folks, this is Troy with V-Twins2V8s.com. Back here with my project. This is like one of my favorite parts of the project. This is all dry, shot it last night. You'll see the previous segment of the video. Now it comes time where we unwrap it and we get to see what it looks like. Underneath the paper here and here is going to be our white. This is our red. So when we peel this back, it's going to be like bang. It's going to be like right in your face. So I'm going to spend a little time. I don't want to cut into the windows, and I don't want to cut into the doors because I'm more than likely going to take and wet sand this and then buff it down before I'm done with it. So I'm going to go ahead and strip down some of this stuff, and we'll see what it looks like. As you folks know, V-Twins2V8s.com, we have our own website. We sell Harley-Davidson motorcycle parts and cool truck parts and trucks, cars, and shirts and memorabilia and all that stuff. So I also do that through eBay.com. And it's our eBay store is V-Twins2V8s. Cool little story is last night, in the middle of the night, the Pawn Star guy bought some parts from me. So I get up this morning and I go onto my thing and I print out all my paperwork to ship out my packages in the morning, and I box up this part for this person, and I'm sticking the address label to the front of my package, and I look at it and it says Richard Harrison from Las Vegas, Nevada, and it just kind of strikes me. I'm like, I've heard that name before, and lo and behold, it's the guys from the History Channel, the Pawn Stars thing. So now I have a celebrity customer, and I just think it's really cool. Evidently, we do share passion in the motorcycle, so that's great. So I'm going to peel this back, and you guys can see exactly what's going to be going on here. So I'm just going to want to peel just a little bit of it, because I want to see what I got. Without further ado, so this is like, for an auto body guy, this is like Christmas time. I'm going to leave you on to the point where I'm going to peel this whole thing off, but I am going to peel it enough so you guys can see what it is that's happening. Just give me a second. I got to be really careful. I don't want to mess anything up here. It's always important that you roll your tape like this back so that you don't have a chance of peeling any edge. So with the tape rolling like this, it tends to just kind of peel the excess finish, that bridge you get from the tape to the surface. So I'm just going to peel this back. I got a little bit of a bleed through there. No big deal because I've already clear coated this white. So it'll be a real easy sand and polish off, which I'm going to do anyway. So now I'm down here. This is just, I've been working on this truck for a long time, and to get to the point where I can peel this thing back like this and see all of that work basically just jumping off the canvas and coming to life, it's just, it's awesome. So I'm going to peel this piece of fine line right here, and we're going to see what this looks like. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's friggin' beautiful. So I'm going to peel off all the rest of this. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some fine sanding paper. I'm going to sand this with 1500, wet and dry. I'll soak it in hot water like I've showed you in some of my other videos to soften it up. I'll sand this whole thing, and I'll buff this whole thing out today And then we'll be ready to set this cab back on the frame, which is all done. You've probably seen that posted. And once I get this onto the frame, the truck's in the other garage, then I can bring my bed in here, take the bottom of the bed, and get the bottom of the bed done, the inside of the bed, and then the outside. We'll set the bed on, and then it's piece by piece. And hopefully within the next month or so, this whole truck will be all painted and back together, and it'll just be hallelujah, because I've been working on this truck since 2003. So I'll get back with you after I get it all unwrapped. Okay folks, now I've sanded my entire cab here. I sanded the flat surface of the roof with 1200 because I had some dust nibs and stuff in there I wanted to knock out. The rest of this I just sanded with 1500 because basically I just wanted to knock off a few of the nibs. I want to soften up this two-tone line that I've got right here. It'll be under the molding, but I like for it to be nice and smooth. Here, I wanted it to be smooth, and then there's a little transition area. Molding goes here, but there's always a little edge that's in there that you can see, and I like that when it's nice and smooth. You'll notice that the bottom area of the cab here, I haven't sanded. It's got a little bit of a factory-like orange peel to it. I'm going to leave it alone. The bed's going to come right up against here. You're never going to see any of this, so there's no sense in me spending, a couple hours sanding this and buffing it. It just makes no sense. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my buffer and my 3M Perfected compound, and I'm going to start buffing. I'll probably start on the bottom and work my way up. That way there, all of the crap and everything that comes off of it is settling to the ground, so I'll work my way up. So I got it up in the air now. I'm going to start by buffing the rocker panels and these cab corners, the back of the cab. Then I'll drop it down. I'll get the sides of the cab and the top, and I'll come back and I'll show you what I got going on. But it should go pretty quick because I don't have any real goobers or anything in there I got to try and sand out. And hopefully we'll be able to strip the rest of the paper off of this and you'll see. Howdy folks, Troy with the V-Twins, the V8s, I'm back. I got my whole cab sanded, buffed, and polished. Got it all cleaned up. I stripped off all my paper and everything, so everything looks really, really sweet. I took all the paper off from underneath, all the paper up front off the firewall. I had a little bit of clear coat, kind of hazing type overspray on the on a few areas of the firewall. So what I did was I sprayed it down with some Mother's Quick Detailer, and I used some clay bar. I clay barred the firewall to get all that overspray off, so it has that nice shiny pop. And other than that, I mean, everything looks good. I had taped up all my little tiny holes for everything so that when I sprayed my outside, I wasn't going to get a lot of clear on the inside to haze my interior. So my interior looks really good. As you can see, the outside, this red against this white, I get this super bright red against this ultra pure white. So it just really, really pops. I can't wait to see the whole thing together. But nonetheless, I got my first and major piece done, so I can take this probably tomorrow, hopefully, and set it back on the frame. Then I can get to work on the body. And then once I have my cab and my body done, then it'll just be tailgate, couple of doors, the nose pieces, the fenders, the hood, the cowl bed. And after that, then it's just put the trim to it and finish assembling it, wiring, all that stuff. So I'm getting there. I'm really shooting for sometime, this spring, depending upon what other projects I got going on. I do have the Gold Digger chopper is pretty much done. I have another Sportster that I want to finish. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I try and bounce around. I do what I can when I can. And in the course of this last week, I managed to get this painted. So it's a huge morale booster for me. And I'm going to take the camera. I'm going to walk it around and I'll show you what I got going on. So, I mean, here's my cab. I mean, it's looking great. The inside looks really good. Here's your roof, and like I said, I mean, this area in here has got a big headliner that goes on it, so I didn't need to waste a lot of paint on that. Here's my back. I'm going to use the traditional old style. The gas tank's going to be right here like the old trucks used to be. I just kind of dusted some sealer over this floor and the firewall just to make it all red. Dash looks really, really good. Here's my firewall. Like I said, I had a little bit of hazing on here. I polished it off with some clay bar, and you're starting to get a good idea of what it's going to look like.